Hey everyone, Gnarlash here. Welcome back to some more Sid Meier's Civilization 7. We are playing as Ada Lovelace and now the Japanese Empire in the modern era, and we're playing on Deity difficulty. In our last episode, we really just focused on infrastructure, building up our cities and towns, like setting the focuses in them, making sure everything looks really good. I think our focus on growing our towns in the past couple ages has really paid off in terms of getting a lot of food sent to our cities and having that extra like production in some of our towns. Not this one. Is this one of the production towns? I know we have a couple production towns where we're getting a little bit more production out of them now. But we're looking really strong. We have 424 science. Nobody has any science higher than us. And the only real cultural power that I think we have to worry about is Friedrich. Maybe Jose and Napoleon. It's kind of hard to tell how much their culture is going to impact the end of the game here. Worst case, we could just come over here and march up the coast and just try to take on Friedrich, which I don't think would be too much of an issue. I do worry about Rome and Lindos here in terms of their positioning, because it's not ideal, because they're just like really far up here. So there is that, but otherwise I think we can just kind of dig in and focus on getting our science victory. So I'm pretty excited about that, actually, to see what we can do. So we could build the ginkgo, and getting this quarter up will give us our science bonus. However, I think the schoolhouse is just better overall. So let's put our schoolhouse down. I think here is the best. I don't know how much science the observatory still gives us. And I also wonder, like, in terms of specialists, what is the optimal play? So obviously this is the highest base yield for our current building. But then if I put it here, or like here even for 7 science, I can put specialists here, obviously, and then I can put specialists here. Is that a better move? Do you even get that many specialists? Like, it's very hard to gauge that. So I'm just going to overbuild the observatory. So that brings us down to 11. So we lose 3 science, but gain 5. Right, because 8 minus 3 is 5. So I think that's fine. We get a +9 science schoolhouse here somewhere. Up here, we have to overbuild the temple, which I am fine with doing here. So this is a case where we have an observatory university in this tile, and we build our schoolhouse here. So we have 2. So, like, maybe that's just like the luck of the draw. Maybe I should have built that. Yeah, maybe I should have. Maybe I should be more careful in terms of how we're doing that. I also noticed Trung Track is just having units disband because she has negative income, which is kind of crazy because Ben Franklin almost has negative income as well. He's only at 48. So we have some growth here. So I'm noticing that all these tiles, despite there being science buildings here, have 4 science for each specialist that goes into any tile. So does that even matter? Also, it says we have 0 science here, or sorry, science, 0 happiness here. So I think we're gonna grab one of these 4 happiness, 2 production, 1 science tiles. This one actually has 3 production and 1 food. Yeah, maybe we grab these first, actually. I want to put a specialist in, but I think having that happiness will protect us. Well, I mean, I guess it only matters if we're taking extra settlements, so maybe we should have gotten the specialist there. I'm going to put this field cannon into this commander and have this commander just hang out. Did I create that commander? I don't think I did. We have 5 more turns on the Oxford University. I don't think anybody should get this before us because we have the highest science per turn, so we should have researched education faster. And then we should also have a decent production in the city, so we should be able to produce that wonder faster. That's going to put us ahead really far for science because it's going to give us 2 free technologies for the modern age. So I'm looking forward to see how that ends up turning out. Okay, so we have electricity. We get a specialist in the increase, and we get the access to the laboratory, which is really great for us. Let's repair the sawmill. And is that all we need to repair? Looks like it. Okay, that is really good. I want to build the grocer here, actually. So we're going to put it right here with the granary. It's going to give us a nice amount of growth here, which is going to one of our cities. I wish it would tell you which city the growth is going to once you've chosen specialization like this. It's unfortunate that it doesn't. Let's go ahead and choose our next technology. So we can get electricity mastery, which gives us +1 science on science buildings. We are absolutely going to go for this first before we do anything else. And I think we're going to go for steam engine after, because that's going to give us access to urbanization. And then radio. I think we want to go that route. Alternatively, we have some military stuff we can grab here, but maybe the production would be good. And there's also mass production down here, so it's kind of hard to tell. I think these are really nice to grab because of the structures they give us access to. And then maybe we'll come down here and grab like industrialization and then mass production, because we do want to get the cannery and factory, like the ability to produce those. So yeah, still a lot of things to research. So we have some growth down here in our very first capital. I'm not going to try to pronounce that right now. I think what we're going to start doing is getting the rest of these growth tiles, because I feel like we should have had them already, but we did want to get that bonus in the exploration age. So let's start grabbing. We actually have -4 happiness here, so we're going to grab this tile first, just to kind of reduce that unhappiness. I do want to start befriending Helsinki here, because I don't really feel like fighting them. And they have some line infantry that I don't really want to deal with. In Tokyo, I think we just grab this tile, and then we'll get the others. This 4 production is going to be really good for us. We have some growth in Karakoram as well. It's hard to believe that these cities and stuff still have so many more tiles to grab. We're going to grab this 6 growth tile. Perfect. Okay, everything else looks really good. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to let this influence just kind of pile up so we can start befriending Helsinki. Hopefully they don't start pillaging our stuff, because that's going to get really annoying really fast. So we have some growth here in this town. I don't think there's any resources to grab. Just a ton of growth tiles here that we should probably grab first. So let's go ahead and do that. Start grabbing some of those. We have growth in Cahokia, which Cahokia is all filled out. So we can just start stacking our specialists. Perfect. Tokyo has production. So the laboratory is huge for science. So we want to throw that into our... Is there only the 115 science tile? There is. We have to build over the university. So that's not ideal. But like 15 science is a lot of science. I think this is the spot to put it. So right now the tile has 22 science. When I place this here, it's only produced by 3. And then we're going to get 15. So that's actually huge there. That is awesome. This town I want to let grow because it has those really choice growth tiles to grab still. So we're going to do that. I think we have enough gold to buy a grocer in another town this next turn here. This volcano is not by us, fortunately. Friedrich can deal with that. We have a celebration. We're absolutely going to grab the 20% science for 10 turns. +1 gold from specialists. Absolutely. Okay, that is awesome for us. Let's see, do you need a grocer? You do. Let's go ahead and throw that right in here in this district. Perfect. Keep that growth going. Here we can build a schoolhouse and a lab, so let's do that. Where is our +8? So this has a saw pit and a university. It has us overbuild the university. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather overbuild the temple because we have tons of happiness here already. So let's do that. And then in Rome, we can actually just throw down a lab as well. We have a 9 science tiles. So this has the schoolhouse and the university. Could throw it down right here. We're going to have to find something to put in these other districts here. But I think having the maximum amount of science is worth it. So let's throw that down there. And that looks really good. Rome is actually unhappy, which is unfortunate. 2 more turns on the Oxford University, which is going to be perfectly timed with our electricity mastery. I don't know if it can give us technology masteries for Oxford University, so we just want to make sure that we don't have that overlap, if that is a thing. I noticed that Jose is doing some explorer stuff. I expect that Friedrich will be doing that as well. We have some trade routes being set up with us, which is really nice. Do we just have nothing to do this turn? That's kind of crazy. I'm not used to having nothing to do. I'm so used to fighting and all that stuff. Ben Franklin's actually not mad at us anymore, which is kind of nice.
Anybody does anything
Awesome.
at Oxford but dream and remember.
There is our Oxford University. Perfect. Nice. That looks really cool. I love the cherry blossoms here too. Very cool. So, here's our civic for our second building for our quarter. So we can grab production. No, it's just baseline. When you train an aircraft or naval unit receives science, we're not going to be doing that, so we don't need to even change our policies.
The beauty of
Here is electricity mastery, which gives us access to the Battersea Power Station. So this is for production, then receive a second naval unit each time you train one. Oh, so this is kind of like the Venetian Arsenal in Civ 6. So we don't need to build this, but we do get our +1 science on science buildings, which is huge. We unlocked steam engine, which is also huge for us. And we have military science. So that just saves us a really good amount of science in terms of, like, you know, how much science we use each turn to research stuff. So we can get defensive fortifications now as well, which is pretty good. Red Fort, I don't think we'll focus on, unless we just have some free, you know, some free stuff, like time to do that kind of thing. Yeah, words, like free production, I guess. It said we have an attribute point. Oh, we have a wild card attribute point. Can we just use that for science? +1 science on each quarter. This has to be better. Perfect. That is huge. We are at 450 science now. Okay, this mastery is food and production. That could be really good, actually. Yeah, I think we get that mastery first. That's going to give us a nice little culture boost because of our leader's specialty. We don't need Supreme War Council, so we're not even going to go for these last two because they're pretty much just combat oriented. So we're going to pop into our modern civics and... Okay, +2 scientists from specialists, but 50% specialist food maintenance. That could still be really good for us. So we're actually going to grab social question first. Any good science wonders here aside from Oxford? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so I think we just stay the course and do that. Hermitage, if that's how you say that. We didn't focus a ton on culture, so that might not be that great. So we'll just do what we're doing now. 500 culture or 1,000 gold. We're definitely going to go for the 500 culture. Because we really don't need gold. And then, ooh, 3 culture on the lab. Yeah, that's actually really good. So we'll definitely grab that. Look at all these narrative choices, that's crazy. 1,000 happiness toward the next celebration, 500 culture. This is probably the best play because it gives us our, it'll help us maintain our science boost. So I think that's good. Okay, and then here we can put down a specialist. So we'll just stack them where they currently are, because each one is 4 science, right? That's interesting that it's set up that way. I thought it mattered, but maybe it doesn't. Rome has some growth. I do want to put down another specialist. But let's grab this first. So, okay, so Ben Franklin is trying to steal tech from us. It's kind of funny because he's usually the science guy. We took so much of his stuff, I guess. So that is fine. There's some production in Cahokia. So, do a plus 30 science schoolhouse. And a 31 science lab. How is that even possible? That is insane. So yeah, let's throw that down here. Because then the lab will just go here too, I'm sure. That is crazy. That's a crazy amount of science. Okay, perfect. Oh, we can actually start influencing Helsinki. So let's do that. Just to make sure they're kind of on our side. I don't really want to build any more cities. 6 production. Could be good, but I think we'll just kind of have them as a like a city-state. So we have a 10 science, 3 culture lab. I see the tile that I can put it on, but is there a better one? So I could put it here, or we can put it here and lose 1 science. I think this is a better play. And then we'll just displace that population. And we will put it on this tile here. No, I think these tiles are probably better. So let's do that. Perfect. Okay, Kusa has some production. Let's build a lab. 11. I saw 11 science. So this says the dungeon in the schoolhouse. It should build over the dungeon, which is fine by me. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, nothing to do this turn apparently. So let's take a look at our towns and see if we can build a grocer. We can actually build an ironworks as well. Let's make sure we get all of our grocers down. So this doesn't have anything on it yet. So we can just throw that there. Ironworks looks good. We're not going to build that just yet. I just want to make sure that all of our towns have a grocer because that's going to give us the most growth in the rest of our in our cities that the food's going to. So let's build over this mine. And then we can redistribute that population onto this tile. Excellent. Okay, that's all we need to do there. Do we still have all of our stuff going on? We can start a research collaboration. Yeah, that's best to do with Machiavelli. He's also our best friend, so nobody else really likes us. I mean, maybe Napoleon is okay with us. He's just neutral. Isabel did not like us before, and then Ben Franklin. He's actually down to -20. That's kind of crazy. Okay, very cool. We're at 490 science. Man, that is nuts. Oh yeah, this is one of those artifacts, right? Yeah, he's going to go over there and try to grab it. So, just got some rivers flooding. There's steam engine mastery. That is huge for us. We got a scientific attribute point. Another one. That is awesome. Yeah. Let's double check, make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, we don't care about that. We don't really care about that. We don't have any alliances. So yeah, it is just a 5% science. Perfect. We just broke 500 science. That is insane. Oh. Okay. So +3 production on science building, but -9 gold in towns. Or +9 gold in towns, but -3 production on science buildings. I think we're going to go for this one, because we don't really need the gold. But the production is pretty necessary to have, so that's fine. Let's choose our next tech, which we don't really need the settlement limit. Could go for combustion. So this is a happiness building and a food building. This is also a food building, but also it counts at the factory. So I think we want to lean into the factory, although the culture... That just has Eiffel Tower. Isn't there a culture building here? Yeah, and urbanization. I guess urbanization is probably fine. I think that is a fine path to go down. And then here we have our science buildings built. So let's build our district or our quarter here, and then that would give us extra science. So let's build the production one first. And where is the nice place to put it? What was it? +8? +8. So that means building over the temple and then building over the dungeon. I mean, that's probably fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's repair this fishing boat. That is perfect. Is there another one to repair? No, there is not. Okay. Looking good. More trade routes are being established with us, which is always nice. Okay, Japura. You're actually good. You have some growth. Over in Kusa, who still has -1 happiness. I think we go for this tile here. And then I think we're going to start stacking up our specialists. How much, actually, how long does it take until, man, only 10 turns until another population there. That's nuts. 17 production. Wow, 17 production quarter here. Where is that? But now let's double check and make sure that our lab doesn't go in the same spot. Yeah, see, that's the tricky thing. So we could actually put it here and build over this ore too. And then our schoolhouse can be put in the same place. So I think we focus on, that's 16 turns to build actually. Yeah, we're going to build that because we need that production, obviously, in this city. So let's throw that down here. 29. Oh yeah, this is that crazy yield one. We must just have insane adjacency yields. So we can build over the guild hall now. We just have a ton of science being put out of that city. So how long until they're friendly with us? 12 turns. Alright, well I guess we just start shooting at them. And we probably won't be able to do anything until, like they're going to get to us, maybe attack us once, and then that's all they'll be able to do. So I'm not too worried about that infantry there. Yeah, this is actually looking really strong. With some more flooding. And we have social question unlocked, so let's check out our policies here. So +2 science from specialists, but 50% food maintenance. I think that's fine. We want to keep that. production though is kind of nice. I think that we drop the production and pick this up because we want to keep the specialist maintenance low because we're just trying to grow as fast as possible, but like keep maintenance as low as possible. Production would be good, but yeah, I don't think it's that impactful, especially since we're gonna have such high production soon. So I think that makes the most sense. So let's roll with that. We actually have 620 science right now. With some growth in Anchor Barai. Let's grab one of these tiles here. Let's grab this one. Okay, let's choose a civic. Let's see. I think we can get this in, so we can grab the museum. That's probably fine. I don't think we're gonna do anything with explorers this game, because we do want to get our ideology as well. I think I don't know how impactful that's gonna be. But let's grab this first, because if we're gonna build a wonder, that's only on lakes though. I don't even think we have that many lakes around. This is a lake. Oh yeah, so there's some lake tiles in our empire, not a ton. We'll have to take a look at that once that's done being researched. Wow, there's a 26 gold port here that I can build. Let's get our district, or our quarter up first. So I saw 9 production. And it looks like there's only one tile to build that on, which is here. Which we build over the inn and the guild hall, which we'll do because it's low impact. Anchor Barai can have an ironworks. I don't know if that's really that great or not. What I would like to see is how much this costs to build. Okay. Could put down a schoolhouse. Where are we going to build our stuff? The lab is going to go here. Can we purchase the lab? Not yet. Lab is a bigger play, so we'll wait one more turn and we can just buy the lab. Commander got flooded. Hopefully we don't get flooded again. That would be a little lame. Let's repair our inn. Anything else to repair? Not that I see. This guy is moving away. There's another infantry here, which we'll just fire at. Okay, that looks really good. Okay. Yeah, I don't like them being all up in our business like this, but it's only for a short period of time. We have growth in Karakoram. How often do we grow? 11 turns. I think we put down I think we start grabbing specialists here, although it's going to impact our food. But I think we grab a specialist this time. Perfect. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And then we can put down our lab here now. No, we can't, because we had to repair stuff last time. All right, so wait one more turn, because I want to get that +3 culture as well. Okay, how much longer do we have to deal with you? 10 turns? That's fine. They're not really doing too much anyway, so not really worried about them. I wonder if we can get, let's see, overbuilding, and what does this wonder do? 10% culture in cities that have a great work on display. I don't think we have that. And we don't have any extra policy slots, so that's fine. How can we get a better relationship with you? This is probably good. And then open borders. Basically, if we can get alliance with him, we can potentially get that other attribute point at some point. And then get 60 science. Because that'd be really good for us. We're just going to keep grabbing these tiles, these food tiles, just to keep the growth going here. Do we have a tile that we're focused on right now? Plus 9 science for specialist. That is huge. Of course. Okay, so we lose influence, but we got modernization from Friedrich. Awesome. Do we already have that? Man. Oh, wait, no. I think that was because, yeah, we weren't researching it. So that's actually good. That'll get us political theory a lot faster. Man, Machiavelli, we're trying to get our friendship up with you, but you keep on doing stuff. A little annoying, man. A little annoying. Okay, that line infantry is gone. Oh yeah, so let's hop in here and let's build this lab. I'll pop that down right here because I want to put the quarter here for production. And losing one, I feel like losing one science is worth getting a bunch of extra production. So that's fine. Does that have us move this? It does. Okay. Perfect. So let's actually... How fast do you grow? 12 turns. Let's keep the food going. Okay. Where can we get a science attribute point? Does this give us a science attribute point? No, because it's a legacy point. Is there anything we can do to get a science attribute point? Any wonder we can build? Doesn't look like it anytime soon. Okay, so maybe we can't for now. That's a little unfortunate. But, well, what can you do? We may never get the alliance with him anyway, so could be a non-issue.
The city changes faster than a human heart.
Okay, there is urbanization for us. Gives us some more stuff to build. Okay. Oh, it increases the number of resources the settlement can have as well. That's kind of cool. Look at all these buttons. Okay, so more specialists here. We do have a 7.5 tile, science tile down here, which we'll certainly take advantage of. So let's do that. Jose took our technology, as expected. We are very far ahead in technology, so that makes sense. If he's taking like academics, then that's kind of crazy that he hasn't gotten academics yet. I think we go for this urbanization mastery because that gives us production on clay pits and quarries. And then, yeah, then I think we go for industrialization. So let's do that. Let's get our science for 10 turns. And then, what can we do here? Let's do culture from specialists. Let's get this back in our policies. The 25%, because I think we only founded 4 of the cities that we, or towns that we currently own, so that should be really good for us. Okay, lab should be built right down here over the dungeon. 100%. It's gonna give us a nice boost to our science. This cannon will also fire on this line infantry. Try to get him out of there. Very good. All right, we are looking really strong. 733 science. That's not what this says, though. Wow. So our science is actually higher than Friedrich's culture. Okay. So there are some juicy 8 food tiles. This one has 3 happiness on it, which is going to help us keep our celebrations going. So I think we're going to go for that. That's kind of insane. Friedrich got some science, which means he didn't get a technology, so that's good. Kind of annoying that he keeps trying to take our stuff, so we could fight him. But okay, where is this building? Where did we build this? I don't even remember. Is it here? Yes, and this will give us our district bonus, our quarter bonus rather. So we built our science buildings here, so we need to start building this building. So we have 7 production somewhere. Looks like it's down on this this clay pit, which is fine. We can just throw that down there. No problem with that. And then we can move this to a different spot. I think we grab the one with the happiness. Okay, very cool. Do we need any science buildings here? We do not, so let's start building this quarter. What was the production? 8. 8 production on the ore 2. I think we can just go for that. I think we can afford to lose 5 gold per turn. And then we can move that population. So that is good to go. What is our next highest science specialist tile? There's not one. So do we have anything cultural or anything like that that's higher than any of the other ones? It doesn't look like it. So what I want to put them on then is probably the food one for now. I don't know if that has any impact, but hospital and grocer. Yeah, you know, I really don't know. Because I don't know what we're going to build next that'll have a huge impact on this stuff. So I guess we'll just put it here for now. Kusa has production. So let's throw down or start building this district. We have 7 production, which means we build it here. I don't really want to do that because I don't think we can build over the grocer. So Golden Age Academy and the sawmill. Sawmill is also ageless, so we can't build over that. So let's throw this down. There's a free tile right here. So I guess we might as well just put it here. Do we have a factory stuff that we can do? We don't. Okay, town specialization is still available here. We know this, but we don't want to do it yet. Go build ironworks. Don't really want to. Why is this commander awake? I don't see anything around that's a problem, so let's go back on alert. And of course this cannon has this line infantry up here, so we're going to move him up. Apparently we can't hit him from there, so we're just going to move him back. Because I just don't want him to get hit. Has anywhere not built a grocer? You build a grocer? You have. I feel like everywhere should have already. But I just want to make sure. You did not actually. So 17. And they have a stone cutter here, so you can just go right with the stone cutter. Awesome. Okay. Man, we are doing really well. 738 science. We have some growth here in Tokyo. So we can grab these tiles up here. I think we're actually just going to grab the specialist tile for the +9 science. I think that makes the most sense. That's probably the highest value play we have. This cannon can finally take out this line infantry. Oh, I guess not. Almost take him out. Okay, man, we are at 750 science. We are just like snowballing the science here. Cannot get an alliance with Machiavelli yet, despite all of our stuff that we have going on with him. But that's okay. Yeah, we're just looking really strong in terms of our science game, so that's really cool. But I think we are going to end this episode here. Still a decent chunk of stuff to do. Still a lot of science to research here, but we're moving pretty fast, I think. I don't know if we can do, like, if people have lower science, can we steal science? It says steal. I mean, we could try it just to try it. So let's do that. Ooh, can we just... So the thing is, everybody has lower science than us, so nobody has as much tech. So if I use it on, like, Isabel, will it just give us... Oh, that's 240. Was it 240 for Ben Franklin? Yeah. So let's do it on Isabel because she has the second highest science. And then we'll see if that has any impact. If it gives us like just bonus research points or, you know, bonus science points or something like that. Yeah, that'll be our little science experiment. But we are going to end this episode here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.